A most pleasant good afternoon to you wherever you may be. Welcome inside Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks for the final game of our coverage of the Philadelphia Little Flyers 16 AA girls team. 6-0-0 in Mid-Atlantic Women's Hockey Association play coming into today. The Little Flyers host the New Jersey Colonials, who are currently 2-2-1 on the season. James Witherite joining you from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. And we'll get things rolling here in just about 3.5 minutes. Quick warm-up for the Little Flyers, who have been backstopped throughout the season by Celine White and Chloe Kim, both 3-0-0 in Mid-Atlantic Women's Hockey Association play. White with a 0.29 goals against average at a save percentage of .976. Chloe Kim sporting a 0.59 goals against average at a save percentage of .933. So whichever way Coach Grace Kleinbach decides to go on the net-minding side of things, Philadelphia certainly in good hands. Not a particularly high-scoring team, but a solid defensive bunch here. Madeline Smith, Allison Lebuono, the only two of the three. No, make that two of the four in point-of-game territory. Emily Sullivan leading this team with 5 goals and 2 assists in 6 games played in Mahwah competition. Grace Bytoff with 2 as well, 4 helpers for her. Madeline Smith, second leading goal scorer with 3 tallies of her own, 3 assists alongside. And Allison Lebuono, big playmaker, much as Grace Bytoff is, 2 goals and 4 assists in Mahwah play so far this season. We're going to take a quick timeout here on the Delaware Hockey Network. When we come back, it will be go time between the Little Flyers and the Colonials. Live from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks and right here on the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com. Welcome back inside Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Go time between the Colonials and the Little Flyers in this 16 AA Division Mid-Atlantic Women's Hockey Association regular season meeting. James Witherite joining you from the top of the stands at Rink 4 at the IceWorks complex in Aston, Pennsylvania, just southeast of Philadelphia, halfway between Philadelphia and Wilmington, just off the 95 freeway. Also the home to the Philadelphia Little Flyers Juniors program, the Delco Phantoms youth hockey program, and the Newman University NCAA Knights men's and women's Division III teams. So a bustling hub of hockey every weekend from September to March. And we're glad to have all of you with us from wherever you may be, joining us here via the Delaware Hockey Network. 3 17-minute periods, the format. Here in 16 AA competition. Maria DeLugo-Leckie getting the goaltending start for New Jersey. And Celine White doing the same for the Little Flyers. Friedemann overpowered in the far corner, trying to recover the puck for Philadelphia. This is played up the near side by Tisdale into New Jersey territory. Tied up in the near corner of the zone. Tisdale joined by Madeline Smith in that battle for the puck. Walking in and shooting is Baitov. DeLugo-Leckie squares up for the easy save. Just 33 seconds into the first period. This brought back in by Grace Baitov, thrown off the far corner boards, chased down by Baitov. She got her own rebound off the Dashers, but couldn't get a shot on net from in close. Orth steps up, holds the zone, cross-ice pass to Gabrielle Osborne. This worked into the far corner of the New Jersey zone. Centering pass, fanned on by Baitov, picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan puts one net front. Amid net front traffic, though, this is taken away and walked up ice by Gabriella Ragazzo of the New Jersey Colonials. 75 seconds gone. Baitov clearing to Sullivan. In come Philadelphia again. Sullivan in a 1-on-4. She took aim from 25 feet. Up with the save was DeLugo-Leckie, who came into today 2-2-0 in Mahwah play with a 154 goals against average at a save percentage of .931. So solid net minding on both sides of the rink. And an odd woman rush for the Flyers. Give and go on the doorstep. That was Lila Winata trying to connect from in close, but she couldn't reel in the puck as it came back across the slot to her path. 2 minutes have elapsed to the third period, or in the first period. Even though the scoreboard says third period, we are most certainly still in the feeling out stages of this game. LeBuono confronted far side. Driving in deep was Blake Morrison, but outnumbered by Little Flyers on that Colonials attack. This puck is cleared, icing waved off. Philadelphia back on the attack with Haley Smith pursuing the puck behind the net, but it's protected and cleared up the far side by Serena Sherman. This comes back to McCormack at center. The advance of Smith will be called back offside with 14:16 to go in the first period of a 0-0 game from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. Schedule a free consultation by calling 302-466-5664, that's LONG, or visit injuryde.com. McCormack keeping the zone airtight. Sullivan trying to protect the puck as well amidst a two-a-side battle, which ultimately sees New Jersey working back in their away blues from our left to our right. Puck is loose at center. Picked up by Sullivan. Time and space for her to enter the New Jersey zone. But she was caught up too by Ellen Tulloch, who disrupted the centering pass, and another offside infraction against the Little Flyers will bring play to a halt with 13:27 to go in the first period. Face-off on the far side of the rink across from us. Here come the Flyers back on the attack. Winata couldn't run the gauntlet at the near half wall. Puck nearly taken away by Ella Delaney, and the Colonials do clear. Osborne across ice to Danucci. Advancing pass up the middle found Allison Lebuono. She's steered behind the net. So Lebuono skates the perimeter of the zone. Just holding the line as she looks to penetrate the slot, but she was slowed up by the presence of Ella Delaney. Still, she got a shot away. DeLugo Leckie recording her 5th save on 5 shots faced, and we're only 4 minutes and 20 seconds into the first period from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Osborne to Winata. Stripping the puck from her was Sherman. This advanced by Stewart through neutral ice. Coates stood up at the line, and this is offside. 12:22 remaining in the first period of a scoreless hockey game. Face-off coming right in front of the Philadelphia bench. Philadelphia coached by Grace Kleinbach, who wore number 94 with the Connecticut Whale and the Buffalo Beauts of the Premier Hockey Federation. Former NHL referee Harrison Dumas behind the bench as well. Five and change gone here in opening period play. Smith to Tisdale. Shot from just inside the left dot, steered wide by DeLugo Leckie. Loose puck corralled by Serena Sherman, but she's stripped of it mid-zone by Tisdale. This thrown in for another freeze under the glove of DeLugo Leckie, and another attacking zone face-off awaits the Little Flyers. 5.5 minutes into the first of 3 17-minute periods. Fresh legs on for both sides. Bytoff flanked by Sullivan and Belwar. Keeping the puck deep in New Jersey territory off the face-off win, but the Colonials clear. This is worked by the back-checking Naomi Friedemann toward the Colonials' blue line. Picked up and walked back the other way by Leighton Thomas. She tried to drop it off to Tulloch, but this is taken away by Bytoff, circling behind her own net. Breakout failed to materialize. Charna Torres holding the zone. Recovering is McCormack for the Flyers. Played across to the near corner and out. Volleyed back in by Thomas. Puck corralled by McCormack behind her own goal line. Advanced to Sullivan. Set up the near wall. Icing waved off by Joey Procida. Tulloch to Berg the other way. Up the middle comes Cameron Coates. Stonewalled by a pair of Philadelphia defenders as she tried to cut through the slot. 10:15 to go in the first period. Defensive-minded game, but an odd woman rush coming for the Flyers. Lebuono trying to split defenders from 25 feet, but lost the puck. So that 3-on-2 attack disintegrates mid-zone. Ella Delaney muscles her way up the right wing boards, or up the left wing boards rather, into the Philadelphia zone, but the puck is deflected out of play, giving us a pause with 9:57 to go in the first period of a scoreless contest. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Misplayed puck leads to a one-on-one, and the Philadelphia shot off the stick of Haley Smith was turned aside by Delugalecki. Smith scrapping for her own rebound near side, giving way as the puck is cleared. Prosita said it was tipped, so there's no icing against the Colonials. And the Flyers will have to work out of their own end the old-fashioned way. Ella Delaney's shot, rather that was Morrison's shot from the corner that was blocked. Lauren Delaney working in close, couldn't chip the puck past on the welcome mat. This contested in the near corner. Worked back as far as the Philadelphia blue line before Smith was able to clear. Volleyed back by Morrison. Colonials changing in mass. Open ice near side for Darby Tisdale up the left wing boards. Getting some encouragement to take advantage of what was briefly a 5-on-0. But ultimately the shot went wide. 8:40 remaining in the first period. 0-0 between New Jersey and Philadelphia in this Mawa 16 AA matchup from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Torres could not carom the puck out of the zone. Holding the right point for Philadelphia, Naomi Friedemann. Friedemann fans on the puck after chipping it in low. Met there by Walsifer for the Colonials. This will come back an icing with 8 minutes and change remaining in opening period action. Face-off coming to the left of Maria Delugalecki, who has stopped all 6 Philadelphia shots on goal she's faced to this point. New Jersey have yet to muster a single shot on net. Ella Delaney, stonewalled by Lebuono, trying to exit the zone. This tied up directly beneath the 4-1-2 communications press box. Now worked ahead to Morrison. Dump and change for the Colonials. Morrison gained the blue line. And a piecemeal changing of the guard for the Colonials will get them some fresh legs. 7.5 to go in the first period. Winata walks up the left wing boards. Lost the puck through traffic. It's recovered by Dahlia Kim behind the New Jersey goal, but she can't clear. The backhand of Orth protecting the zone. This is Haley Smith working in low, but a poke check from Tulloch separates her from the puck in the near corner. Tisdale protecting for the Flyers. We're past the 10-minute mark of opening period competition. Sherman fails to clear. Orth again protecting. Stewart with time and space now. She crosses to the left boards. Tried to push the puck ahead of her, but she was met at center by Madeline Smith, forcing the turnover and the takeaway for her little Flyers. Orth to Tisdale again up the left wing wall, but Tisdale was met by a pair of defenders upon gaining the line. She does draw the penalty. And the Flyers will go to their first Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the day with 6:24 to go in the first period. DESportsmed.com. The place to go to learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings to promote health and wellness for athletes of all ages and abilities. Dlugolecki holding on after Elin Tulak was ruled off for a trip at the 10:36 mark of this first period. Torres clears. This will come back in icing. A reminder to everybody that in USA hockey competition, in the youth and girls classifications, icing on penalty kills is not a legal play. So we're right back to where we started. And the faceoff comes right of Dlugolecki with 6:01 remaining in the first period, just over a minute and a half left on this one-woman advantage for Philadelphia. And still no score from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Friedemann at her line. The advancing pass to Belwar was broken up. Belwar stays with the play. She stood up at the line by Delaney. Bytoff will try up the middle. Drop pass to Sullivan just after gaining the line. McCormack keeping the zone airtight as working in lower is Bytoff looking for net front position. Danucci, Sullivan, and Friedemann completing this power play unit for the Flyers halfway through the Tulak penalty. This is called back offside with 5:17 to go in the opening period. 53 seconds remaining on the power play. And still a scoreless hockey game. Face-off coming right in front of the 412 Communications press box just above the New Jersey blue line. Fresh legs on. Lebuono, flanked by Danucci and Wanata. McCormack and Friedemann staying on the defensive for Philadelphia. And in they come for the second wave of this power play. McCormack across the line to Friedemann. Lebuono chasing the puck down to the far corner. Dealt back to Friedemann. Across the line. McCormack unable to reel in the pass. She stays at the play, recovers the puck, and works this down low to Wanata. McCormack off the corner boards once again. Wanata canceled out by the presence of Abigail Fuller. 10 seconds remaining on this first Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the day for Philly. McCormack steered behind the net. Stick handles looking for space. Kim keeps the pressure on her. Colonials back full strength, 4:17 to go in the first. This is Lebuono trying to feed to Friedemann at the point. Stewart got in the way of that pass. But Philadelphia maintains attacking position. Wanata spun off her feet, and she loses the puck. Stewart will try to walk this clear up the near side. She's pinched to the boards by Mia McCormack, but she manages to dump in. And the Colonials, with a much-needed change, are forced back to their blue line with 3:45 remaining in the first period of a game that stands scoreless from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Cameron Coates tried to bully her way to the Philadelphia net, but lost the puck mid-line. Tulak holding the line. And this is sent deep into the Colonials' end. Smith trying to walk in. That was Madeline Smith off the setup from Haley Smith. But ultimately ran into net front traffic and unable to get a shot through. Smith to Osborne to the other Smith. In comes Madeline. She takes aim from distance. Glove save from Dlugolecki gives us a pause in play with 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the first period. No score yet. Philadelphia with all 7 shots on goal here in the first period. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26. In the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch. Or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Sullivan denied by a Berg sweep check. Sullivan trying to recover the puck. Delaney pushed it back across neutral ice. Bytoff recovers. Belwar off the cross ice feed. Works this in deep behind the New Jersey goal. Protected by Fuller in her own zone. Ella Delaney could not clear. Osborne held the right point for the Flyers. Penalty coming up with 1 minute and 57 seconds to go in the first period. And we'll see what we've got. Sullivan off for tripping. So we head to our first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the afternoon. Delaware trash can cleaning comes right to your driveway, and they use high-pressure hot water jets to kill over 99% of the harmful germs and bacteria in your cans, keeping your home and family healthy, and it only takes a few minutes. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. LeBuono flips the puck from blue line to blue line and then some, killing precious seconds off the Sullivan tripping minor. This is played up the right wing boards to Thomas. Walsifer wearing number 10. Elin Tulak wearing number 6. Tulak programmed as wearing number 10. For those of you keeping score at home. LeBuono to McCormack. Looking to break through from this Sherman forecheck. We've entered the final minute of the opening period in a 0-0 game. LeBuono gains center before letting the puck go into the New Jersey zone. Kim cleared to Morrison. Dump and change for the Colonials, half a minute to go in the first period. Here's Lila Wanata up the right dots. Steered to the far wall by the other 36. Nameless player on the New Jersey side. And now emerging with the puck is Charna Torres behind her own goal, but she's only got 8 seconds remaining. Stewart to Cameron Coates. Final seconds tick away, and she won't be able to get the shot off. 17 minutes in the books. No score between the Little Flyers and the Colonials. We'll be back after the first intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area
and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Second period set to get underway from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Final seconds of an Emily Sullivan tripping minor. Tick away. And through the first period, Philadelphia and New Jersey were scoreless. Shot 7-1 in the Flyers' favor through the first 17 minutes. And they're right back on the offensive to start the second. Marie DeLugolecki with 7 saves on 7 shots through the first 17 minutes of action, whereas the Little Flyers defense limited the Colonials to but 1 shot on goal. 2-on-1 for New Jersey. Centering pass from Sherman, unable to be reeled in cleanly by Morrison. Lauren Delaney holding the point, preserving this New Jersey momentum. Colonials in their away blue kits moving right to left. Here in second period play, Philadelphia in their home whites moving left to right in the middle frame with the long change in effect. Ella Delaney playing the body on Orth, just inside the blue line to regain the zone for New Jersey, but Orth recovers, but she fails to weave this through traffic. Tulloch took aim from the right point. Shot was wide. Ella Delaney put one on net. Thomas with the redirect, freezing for the pause. Was Celine White, just the second shot on goal she has seen this afternoon. Face-off will come to the right of Celine White with 80 seconds elapsed in the second period. Bytoff wins the draw. Friedemann plays it behind the net. McCormack swarmed deep in her own zone. The pressure coming in the form of Leighton Thomas. Puck thrown in by Tulloch from the point. On the doorstep, that was Cameron Coates, who was canceled out net front by a Philadelphia defender. Bytoff sweeps in to clear. And here come the Flyers on the offensive, led by Emily Sullivan. Belwar trailed her, zone was lost, and Belwar's re-entry attempt called just offside as we near 2 minutes completion in the second period of what stands a 0-0 hockey game from just outside Philadelphia. Face off right in front of us. Going the way of the Little Flyers, and here's Lebuono. Cutting toward the net with minimal success. McCormack hustles back to her own stripe to recover for Philly. Winata to Lebuono. Drop pass to Nucci, shot! On the doorstep, save made by DeLugolecki. Best chance of the afternoon for Philadelphia thus far, and they'll try again. Lebuono tried to loft one from the mid slot. It was blocked in close. Danucci protecting. Orth giving support from the point. Puck wobbles in close. Failed clear from the Colonials. Smith from distance. Got one on net. DeLugolecki with the blocker save. We are 3 minutes into the second period. Flyers were hoping for an icing, but that clear was on net, and White had to play the puck. Here comes Sherman back in for New Jersey. Her shot on target, held by White for a pause with 13:40 to go in the second period. And no score from Aston. We did not get, to our dismay, the replay of that A-grade chance from Philadelphia's Madeline Smith. But in any case, play restarts just above the Philadelphia line with 3.5 minutes gone in the second period and no score. Walsifer, long shot from the point. Pad saved by White. Puck ends up in the near corner. It rolls behind the cage to Bytoff. Advanced up the left side by Sullivan. Sullivan pinched to the wall at the blue line. Keeps on ticking. Drop past Grace. Bytoff tried to get one in close, but it trickled just wide of the near post. And the Colonials again clear. Belwar throws this off the wall. Brought back the other way from center by Thomas. Orth steers her to the corner, centering pass, never made it to Coates, looming net front. Orth recovers. Bytoff tips the puck from blue line to blue line and then some. The nameless 36 hustling back for the Colonials to recover. Murphy walking in. Shot saved by White. And a chance to catch our breath with 12:08. To go in the second period of a 0-0 game. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning today. Visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. McCormack double-teamed in the far corner of the Philadelphia zone. Coming to her aid is Lebuono. Lebuono failing to clear. This held in and thrown by Tulak back toward the cage. McCormack hustles below the line, recovering the vulcanized rubber, pushing it back up the far wall, intercepted again by Tulak. Thomas leaves this to Coates. Shot, score. First goal of the game comes from Cameron Coates, getting her second of the season. 5.5 minutes into the second period, and the Colonials draw first blood. Here it comes again. On the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay. Thomas with the net front feed. And Coates with the finish to beat Celine White and give New Jersey the early advantage. Smith works this back to center. Stewart volleys it back across the line to Osborne. Taken away by Kim. Thrown in from over the stripe. Stick saved by White. Stewart unable to capitalize off the rebound. Joey Prosett is signaling a slash with 10 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Here in second period action, Jessica Stewart ruled the guilty party. And the Flyers get themselves a Delaware Sports Medicine power play as we approach halfway. Flyers 0 for 1 on the power play so far this afternoon. Smith, Tisdale, Osborne, Orth, and the other Smith. The 5 on this Philadelphia power play, 1-on-1 for the Colonials. Charna Torres leading that rush. Couldn't make anything happen while shorthanded. Flyers set up on the offensive now. Haley Smith working the far half wall. Cross ice feed to Orth. She shoots from distance. This ricochets off the backboards. Smith again into the corner. Around the horn, this comes to Orth. Puck is loose in front. And Haley Smith levels the score. Striking on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Power play tally. Haley Smith. Try again. And ultimately succeeding to get past Lugolecki. Off the advancing feed from Mariella Orth from the point. For Haley Smith, her first goal of the season in Mawa competition. Getting the Flyers back on level pegging with the New Jersey Colonials. Nine and a half minutes to go here in the second period. Bytov up the middle. She beat two defenders. Here she comes. Bytov shot. Too much on it. It went into the back glass. Great chance for the go-ahead for Philly. LeBuono cycles to McCormack, walking the line. She couldn't jam the puck in close. Sullivan puts one away. And this will not go the Flyers' way. As looking at this again, Maria DeLugolecki robbed from the ability to play her position. That net front battle. Whoop. Chain reaction driving the New Jersey netminder off her feet and back into the net. And play halted as a result of that before the goal. The goal wouldn't have stood anyway as a result of the crease violation. So back we come. Nearing the midpoint of the second period. Flyers trying to prolong their attack, but ultimately Naomi Friedemann forced back to her own zone to recover the puck. This tipped in from center. Lauren Delaney chases it down for the Colonials. Around to Stewart working the far corner. Back it comes below the goal. Controlled up the near side by Thomas. And advanced by Stewart past center. Wanata recovers for the Flyers. Icing waved off as Lauren Delaney and Sabrina Belwar meet in the far corner of the New Jersey end. This launched in traffic by Orth. Long shot was blocked, and here come the Colonials back the other direction. Stewart stood up at the Philadelphia blue line. Puck tied up right in front of the New Jersey bench. A two-a-side scrum continuing on. Kim trying to dig the puck free. Joining the fray as well as Abigail Fuller. Protracted battle. Puck still there just 5 feet above the blue line. Now the battle breaks free. And the rugby scrum goes Philadelphia's way. This worked up the near side by Osborne to DiNucci. And the Flyers gaining enough breathing room to facilitate a change. 7:20 remaining in period 2. Tisdale with two defenders chasing her down, walks in. Looked like she got her feet taken out from her. Joey Procidus says, play on, ladies. He had the clear view of it from round about the goal line. Definitely some gray area there, and certainly can't fault Joey for saying play on. Tisdale the other way, outnumbered at the New Jersey blue line. Walsifer recovered. Stewart on past Osborne. tried to center, but threw the puck into the backside of the cage. Darby Tisdale again clears. Murphy stood up at center by Belwar. Loose puck corralled and worked back up ice by the Philadelphia goal scorer, Haley Smith. Sullivan walking back in after the Colonials briefly cleared. We've got 6 to go in the second period of a 1-1 hockey game from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Cameron Coates and Haley Smith trading goals. So far in the second period, a much more eventful middle frame than the first 17. Osborne's shot through Body's net front, saved by Dlugolecki. Osborne again protecting the zone for Philadelphia. Bite off net front. Belwar caught that in the skate right in front of her. Right idea, but friendly fire foiled the Flyers. Friedemann rings this behind the net. Colonials fair to clear. Labuono crashing the net off her own rebound. 2 rapid fire saves from Dlugolecki, and this stays 1-1, and here we go. Labuono will be sent off. As will Murphy. .457 remaining. Here in the second period. Roughing minors being assessed to both Murphy and Labuono, and we're going to stay 5-on-5. With a last play face-off, keeping the location of play inside the New Jersey zone. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Well, a lot of things are that anymore. Not just modern media. So, how do you keep your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, between your team and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital. The 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. East Coast, West Coast, and everywhere in between. Let's talk about how to get you noticed. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com. So we're 5-on-5 for the restart of play. Again, coincidental minors, according to USA Hockey rules, result in no change of person power. Murphy and Labuono will cool off, and they'll return at the first stoppage following the expiration of their penalties. Friedemann throws this off the backboards. Fuller failed to clear. This held in by McCormack. Across the line near side, Friedemann. Another shot in from the corner, and another Dlugolecki save with 4:25 to go in the second period of a 1-1 game. Fresh legs on for the Colonials. And a few Flyers changing as well, as Wanata comes in for the draw. McCormack holds the point. Sullivan. Shot came from Wanata. Another Dlugolecki save with 4:15 remaining in the second period. We remain 1-1 at Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Winata and Kim taking the far circle draw, one by Winata. McCormack held the point, and now Sullivan looking for options from behind the net. She emerges from behind the elbow of a nearby spectator, and McCormack taking aim from the top of the zone. That shot right into the breadbasket of Dlugolecki, who holds for another break in the action with 3:57 to go in period number 2 of a 1-1 contest. So the shots raining in again from the Flyers, prolonging this attacking zone stay. And it's going to come right back as Mia Berg not only jumped the gun on the face-off from the wing, but she launches the puck into the bench area. The clock ran during the stoppage a few seconds, so we have to recalibrate up here. But we are down to the final 3 minutes and 32 seconds of the second period as this puck is tied up in front of the Philadelphia bench. Brought back into the slot by Sullivan. She shoots in close. That chance bothered, and Dlugolecki able to make the easy save. Final 190 seconds. In the second period, back in goes Danucci up the right wing boards, off the feed forward from Friedemann. Centering pass, Tisdale canceled out by a host of Colonial defenders. This thrown in from the point. Danucci could not tip in the Orth shot from the left side. We've entered the final 3 minutes of the second period. The score 1-1 from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Tisdale tied up by Fuller in the far corner. She's got help from Danucci. Haley Smith gives it away. Mia Berg clears. Osborne deep in her own zone, recovering for Philly. And an offside against New Jersey brings play to a halt with 2:13 to go in the second period. And it looks like LeBuono and Murphy were assessed double minors as they both remain in their respective penalty boxes. We won't say it's unwarranted. Belwar had a great chance fall apart as she bobbled the puck in the slot. Here come the Flyers again. Bytoff across to Sullivan. Backhand on the doorstep, getting her own rebound. She couldn't connect the second time off the Dlugolecki save. Final 95 seconds of period number 2. And here comes Blake Morrison up the left wing boards, offering support. Thomas taking the shot off the 2-on-1. Celine White with the stop. Her 7th on 8 shots faced to this point in the contest. Final 75 here in the second period. We remain 1-1 from IceWorks. Delaney unable to regain the zone for the Colonials. 1 minute remaining in the period. Bytoff leaves this back to Orth across near side and Osborne. She plays the puck up the right wing boards and chases it down in the corner. It's around the horn to Smith. Back in low beyond the reach of Cecilia Danucci. Danucci, Smith, Winata's stick lifted on the welcome mat. And here comes Ella Delaney, outnumbered by Flyers on her way through neutral ice. And this will come back an icing with 25 seconds to go in the second period. Philadelphia getting an attacking zone draw. One last chance for the Flyers to try to pot a go-ahead goal before the intermission. Bytov in across from Kim. Friedemann shot from the right point. Sticked away by Delu-Golecki for save number 18. McCormack to Tisdall. Nobody home for the centering feed. Down to our final 6 seconds of the second period. Puck is sent up ice, and the horn sounds as McCormack corrals it. That will do it for the second period. 34 minutes in the books. 1-1 hockey game. Philadelphia Little Flyers leading tied with the New Jersey Colonials.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Through 34 minutes. The New Jersey Colonials and the Philadelphia Little Flyers U16 AA girls teams fighting nip and tuck through a 1-1 deadlock with 1 period remaining. Charna Torres and Grace Bytov take the opening draw, and it goes Philadelphia's way. This tied up just inside the Flyers' blue line. Held in by Blake Morrison. And McCormack recovers behind her own cage. Appears to be the combatants in that net front dust-up were given 2 and 10s for roughing as they remain in their respective penalty boxes here as we begin the third period. Thomas with the takeaway. Bytov recovers and she clears the zone. Tulloch tied up. Coates stripped of the puck by McCormack. Here comes Tisdall. Odd woman rush for Philadelphia if they hurry. Net front feed to Smith. Couldn't direct the puck past on the doorstep, and the New Jersey Colonials back check caught up. Coates clears to Ella Delaney. She flips the puck up the near dashers beyond the reach of Mariella Orth. This rolls to the far corner of the Philadelphia zone. Corralled by Danucci, but not clear. Orth again, working behind the net. Plays this up the near side. Tied up once again by Delaney together with Stewart. Minute and a half gone of the third period. Danucci clears. Tulak recovers at center. In she comes up the right wing boards. Shot from distance, steered wide by White, who officially has recorded 6 saves on 7 shots on goal. Her counterpart, Maria DeLugolecki, with 17 saves on 18 for the Colonials. Winata drop pass to Sullivan back into New Jersey territory. Sullivan working the near side. Drops this back. Osborne shot into the DeLugolecki pads. Rebound ends up in the far corner. Sullivan double team there fighting for it. And the Colonials will emerge out of their zone. Kira Walsifer gets to center before flipping the puck as far as the blue line. Baitov back the other direction, 2-on-2. Baitov will wait for the reinforcements to come in. Winata off the centering pass. Shot from 25 feet. Saved and held on to by Maria DeLugolecki for a break in the action with 2:27 elapsed in the third period of a 1-1 hockey game from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Face-off at the near dot of the New Jersey zone. Controlled by Philadelphia, thrown in by Friedemann. McCormack could not hold off that failed New Jersey clearing attempt. So the Flyers have to retreat to neutral ice to try to regroup. Belwar slowed up off the feed from McCormack. McCormack supporting, driving play back deep into the New Jersey zone. Chasing the puck down was Danucci, but she's surrounded by blue sweaters from all angles. Just past the 3-minute mark of the third period of a 1-1 contest. Smith tried to center. Sullivan on the doorstep. Puck didn't make it to her. Good resistance on the defensive from Dahlia Kim for the Colonials. This tied up again near side. Sullivan cutting to the cage. Kim with a stick check from Aston, breaking up that chance for a go-ahead Philadelphia goal. 3.5 elapsed in the third. Friedemann winding up. Glove save and a hold from DeLugolecki for another chance to catch our breath. Sullivan off for a slash. And a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill is upon us. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Right off the mark on this Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill, the Flyers bulldoze back into New Jersey territory. This is offside. Again, Sullivan with the slash. McCormack's shot from the near point was off its intended mark. Offside, bringing us a neutral zone face-off. And the Flyers control again. Winata slowed up by Tulak at center. Puck tied up directly beneath us. McCormack, Tulak, Delaney, Thomas, and Winata all contesting that slab of vulcanized rubber. And in now comes Cameron Coates to reestablish attacking position for the Colonials. Up a woman for another minute and 8 seconds. Walsifer's shot paddled over the glass and out by White with 12 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. So a break in the action and a face-off coming to the left of Celine White. probably saved 9 of 10 at this point, as opposed to the 6 of 7 that the center ice scoreboard shows us here at IceWorks. Thomas to Walsifer, back in up the left side. Puck caroms behind the net to the near corner of the Philadelphia zone, where Orth is tied up by Delaney. Delaney facing further resistance. 1-1 hockey game. Centering pass from the corner, and Leighton Thomas cleared out of harm's way. Philadelphia with both Orth and Belwar patrolling the slot. And Danucci clears the zone with 10 seconds remaining now on the Sullivan slash. So the Flyers kill off another. 5:42 beyond us here in the third period. Colonials 1, Flyers 1. Cameron Coates with her second of the season for New Jersey, answered by Haley Smith, potting her first of the year for the Little Flyers. Philadelphia looking to complete a weekend sweep of the Colonials after a 4-2 win yesterday in the Garden State. Sullivan to Tisdale, 2-on-1. But it was the one who won out, the back-checking Abigail Fuller for the Colonials. Kim from center gave way to Friedemann. Floated back in by Sherman. 10:20 to go. Smith stood up at the blue line. Flyers change. Charna Torres caroms the puck behind the cage near side. Sweeping in to hold the zone for Philly was Baitov. Winata, shot blocked as soon as she released it. Sherman got a piece of that from the near dot for the Colonials. Walsifer back the other way. Slowed up at center by Grace Baitov. Walsifer lobs a shot in. White, easy save. Things getting a little chippy with 9.5 to go in the third period. Failed Philadelphia clear. Morrison walking in. Shot off the stick of Tulak. Wide of the post near side. Caught and held by Celine White for a break and play with 9:21 to go in regulation. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these ladies or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an integral part of your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more, visit desportsmed.com. 9 minutes to go in the third period. Puck battle obscured from our view here in the top row at Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks, but it breaks away in Philadelphia's favor. In comes Emily Sullivan. Spun to the far side. She threw the puck toward the net, and it was blocked down by Delugolecki. Delaney's counterattack slowed up by Orth at the Philadelphia blue line. Midway through the third period of a 1-1 hockey game. Flyers again clear. Murphy, stretch pass up the middle, tipped by Thomas, back over the Flyers blue line. Loose puck corralled by McCormack, in she comes for the Flyers. Net front feed, found on by Belwar. Friedemann holding the point. To Tisdale. Belwar into traffic. Puck corralled by Walsifer, and she will stick handle up to the blue line. And now on past center. So Walsifer leads the re-entry. Long shot ricochets off the back glass behind White's office. Delaware controls in the far corner, but she failed to clear. Stewart throws this in from distance. Loose puck corralled net front by Mia McCormack with 7.5 minutes to go. In the third period of a 1-1 hockey game, Colonials and Flyers deadlocked from Aston, Pennsylvania. Tulloch protects center. Berg and Tisdale at the center of a puck battle just above the Philly blue line. This is walked in by Kim. Kim slowed up. Danucci keeps the pressure on her mid-zone, angling her to the far wall. McCormack recovers. Sherman holds the zone off the failed clear. 7 minutes to go in regulation. Naomi Friedemann worked this back over the line, so the Colonials forced to regroup at center. McCormack to Tisdale up the left wing. This raced in by Smith. Centering feed, nobody there. Torres picked up the puck, worked it back across neutral ice. Wanata staying with the play. Torres chips it back for New Jersey into neutral ice. 3-on-3, this Colonials counterattack. Torres shot, skips into the glove of Celine White, and we've got a pause with 6 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the third period of a 1-1 game. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who suffered injuries. Schedule a free consultation. Call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Net front scrum developing just above Celine White's crease. Puck pinballs across sticks from both sides. Launched in from distance by Murphy. That was blocked. Sullivan clears into her own bench area. We've got a pause with 5:45 to go. Face-off stays near. Shot from Stewart, caught and held by White. 3 seconds tick off the clock. Now 5.5 remaining. Flyers pinned yet in their zone. Tulloch confronted. Tisdale couldn't gain the puck and clear. This finally vaulted back to center. Walsifer, pressured by LeBuono, dumps the puck into the Philadelphia zone, but the Flyers able to regain. 5 and change to go. This taken away by Stewart. Shot steered wide by Celine White. Walsifer bobbled at the left point, but she just held the zone in front of the Flyers bench. Delaware recovers. LeBuono, angle to the right wing boards, gains the zone for the Flyers. She's bodied down by Torres. Play continues on unabated. Danucci, 4:35 to go. Getting some help from LeBuono in the far corner. Puck at the center of a scrum just above the corner board's far side. Now this is walked in by Cecilia Danucci. She's steered behind the net by Tulloch. Orth holds the point. Sherman clears. Danucci back to her own stripe, recovering for Philadelphia. Flyers trying to maintain an undefeated Mawa record. New Jersey looking to avenge a 4-2 defeat yesterday. Good defensive pressure from Sullivan. to tie up the advance of Blake Morrison in neutral territory. 3.5 to go in a 1-1 hockey game. McCormack to Sullivan up the left side. She gains the zone, quick shot, sailed just wide of the far post. Friedemann held the point. Sullivan back up to the half wall and bites off. Double teamed, and she turns the puck over. Delaney slowed up at the blue line. 3 minutes remaining. Baitov pulls back, but she fails to clear. She turned it over to Delaney, who had a clear shot from 37 feet, but it ends up in the back glass. Follow-up chance opposite side from Lauren Delaney. Was intercepted in traffic. 2-on-1 for the Flyers. Sullivan, time, space, shot. No, it was kicked aside by Dlugolecki. Follow-up chance is in, and the Flyers take a 2-1 lead. We'll see it again on the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay. Sullivan getting her own rebound, walking in, and roofing one past Dlugolecki to make this a 2-1 hockey game with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go. So 14:35 the official time for Emily Sullivan's 6th goal of the season. And the Flyers doing well to keep pressure on. Right off the jump from that face-off, breaking back into Colonial territory. Berg to Stewart the other way, Orth on the back check. Tisdale sweeps in to recover the puck. And here she comes in up the left side, looking for a 3rd Philadelphia goal. Dlugolecki comes up with the save. The Colonials clear. Orth inside the final 2 minutes. Recovering for the offensive-minded Philadelphia Little Flyers. As much time as they can burn in the Colonial zone and prevent Dlugolecki from coming out in favor of an extra attacker, the better. Tulok shot into the white glove for a pause with 93 seconds to go. Face-off will stay near side. And the Colonials take their timeout. Go-ahead goal coming from Emily Sullivan, her 6th of the year. At the 14:35 mark of the 3rd period. Celine White absolutely solid in net for the Little Flyers today. 12 saves on 13 shots. Maria Dlugolecki holding her own too. She saved 21 of 23. In a game that, on paper anyway, coming into it, we figured would be a defensive struggle both ways, and it has certainly lived up to the billing. A tight back and forth game with very little separating these two teams and very little separating the entire Mahwah 16 AA division, despite Philadelphia sitting undefeated 6-0-0 coming into today and standing 93 seconds away from a 7th win. In Mahwah League competition this year. Dlugolecki went to the bench. 6 attackers. On for the Colonials, Torres, Delaney, Walsifer. The other Delaney, Morrison, and Kim. Here we go. Shot from Lauren Delaney, deflected wide in traffic. Torres working the far corner, back to Delaney at the point. Tipped by Torres behind the net. McCormack chases this puck down. It's stripped right back from her, though, by the Colonials. 70 seconds to go. Sullivan gains it. Pass center. She launches the puck just wide. Final minute. LeBuono, one-timer from Baitoff, popped wide. Final 50. Ella Delaney lets this go up the left side. Morrison to Kim, taken back away by Sullivan for the Flyers. Delaney, poke check at the blue line, protecting the zone briefly, but she turned it over. Friedemann again to Baitoff, making sure she had that center line before letting the shot go to avoid the icing. This is McCormack, working back up the left side. Slowed up by Torres at the blue line. McCormack floats the puck in again. 15 seconds to go. Kim kicks this forward. Friedemann waiting at her own line, recovering for Philadelphia. LeBuono, shot at the empty net, goes wide. 3, 2, 1, and that does it from IceWorks. The final score: Philadelphia Little Flyers 2, New Jersey Colonials 1. In a contest that went right down to the final buzzer. Time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Third star with the game-tying goal for Philadelphia, number 67, Haley Smith. Second star, Celine White, improving to 4-0-0 in Mawa play with a 12-save performance. And the game-winning goal from Emily Sullivan. Her 6th of the season earned her first star honors on this Sunday afternoon. Once again, today's final score: Philadelphia Little Flyers 2, New Jersey Colonials 1. For the entire 412 crew, James Witherite thanking you for your company here on the Delaware Hockey Network, signing off from IceWorks. And we'll see you again in the very near future. This has been a product of 412 Communications. The Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. Thanks for joining us, and have a great remainder of your Sunday.